Welcome back guys to Pokemon Ruby Destiny Rescue Rangers, and in this episode we'll try to get back home by going through Renica Town. And in the last episode we got a new team member, Talo, also known as Mark. Yeah, it's Mark from another of our friends. And I have some plans at what I'm going to do with Mark. First thing, I can teach Mark some of the TMs I got. There is Facade and there is Return. And I prefer Return over Facade just because it's more consistent. Obviously Facade is a lot stronger if you manage to get a status element on Mark, but usually that will not happen that often. And usually if you get a status element on one of your Pokemon, it will die more easily. And that's usually not what I aim for in a usual playthrough, but okay, I'm gonna talk about it. Oh, it sure can block the sunlight if it flies. Okay, this was just a random remark. Now let's talk to the people. Okay, as I was saying, yeah, if you can get like burn on your Talo, then maybe Facade is good, but usually like Return is a lot better. Not now, because I need to level up Talo a little bit further to increase his happiness. Okay. There's nothing that interesting going on here. Oh, there are two of them. Okay, this is probably not my... These are not my... Or is this Torchic? No, this is not my Torchic. It's just another random Torchic. Maybe is there a hidden item? It's just a random spot. I don't think there are hidden items in this game, or at least I didn't find them because there's also no item finder. Okay, there's another random Pikachu. What's this? Wanda's house. Maybe Wanda has something to say. Let's talk to her. Okay, so this is nothing that interesting. So now let's search for an exit. Maybe it's farther to the right. Nope, still nothing. I don't think I can use Surf yet, or can I? Maybe I'll check my badges real quick. Oh, I can use Surf. Yeah, you see, I got the 5th badge, and the 5th badge enables me to use Surf right away, and if you remember, Steve, my Dratini, knows Surf, so I can now explore this with the more of the route in this way. Okay, this looks like a good place. This looks exactly like it did in Ruby Destiny Reign of Legends. Yeah, I don't quite really know, but apparently Renica Town is present in most of the Ruby Destiny games, even though it's just a very unimportant town in the normal Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire games. Alright, here we got a Whismur. I can demonstrate it quick, because I haven't shown it before, and I'll probably level up Mark in this episode, because I think I have a reasonable chance to level him up to level 22 to evolve him, and then he will be like a pretty valuable member of our team. Okay, Onyx, that's nothing I can deal with, but fortunately I have Chikorita who can one-shot Onyx. I also could go to Dratini, but yeah, Chikorita has better defense, and Chikorita can deal with Onyx the same way. It only takes one attack. Okay, Razor Leaf can miss, but I usually don't expect Razor Leaf to miss, although I feel like it does more than it should, but whatever. Okay, there's by the way, the TM back there that I picked up, that was a Shadow Ball, and I don't think any of my Pokemon can learn that. I might be mistaken. No, I don't think Dratini can learn it, and the other one definitely can't. It's a pretty good move. It's a physical ghost type move. It's the strongest one in the game. But none of my Pokemon can really learn it, nor can they benefit from it, even if they could. It's the only Pokemon that uses physical attacks in my team now is Talo. That's the first real physical Pokemon that you get. That's pretty much will get nothing but physical attacks. Okay, you get the green scarf. I don't know what that does. I have to check that quickly. Race smart in contest. Okay, that's useless. Oh, I think I have the what's it called, the Silk Scarf from Torchic, so I can give it to Mark instead, because Mark is a lot better with his normal type moves. He also gets stab on them, and he has a better physical attack than Torchic. I'm not sure if the stats are actually better, but the move pool is on Tailo is way better than on a Torchic, because Torchic doesn't get any physical fire moves, at least not in this generation. Also in later generations, only I think it gets Blaze Kick, and if you want to get on Fire Punch, I think. But if you want to get your best physical fire move, like Flare Blitz, you'll have to breed for it, and I will not breed during in-game just to get one move. I once did that. I once used EV trained my Pokemon and then used them for playthrough, but that pretty much means that there was all the challenge was removed from the game. That's because these Pokemon were so extremely powerful. At least a lot more powerful than the standard Pokemon that you can meet up with in game. And confusion is a bitch right now, but at least I finally break through. Okay. Let me see. Let's see. There's Machop, I didn't show that off before, and that's really good experience. Machop's weak to wing attack, so I can take it out in one hit, and it will give decent experience, I think. Alright, I think that gonna go out quickly to heal up after that annoying confusion. Okay. This tunnel is a lot bigger than it usually is. Usually you just go through the first part and then you're done with it, but in this game you have to do a little bit more. Well, let's see how much he loves me. He hates me. Okay. I'll have to level him up a lot more before this will do any real damage. But still, this usually goes by pretty quickly if you gain some levels. Gaining level is like the fastest way to increase happiness, and I just realized I might as well use all those proteins on Mark. That will also increase his happiness, by the way. But he's the only Pokemon that I'm ever gonna get that will heavily benefit from his physical attacks. The only other one that use physical attacks will be Pikachu sometimes and Dratini. But Dratini's physical move pool is also pretty limited. It has a really good special move pool, so I'm probably gonna focus more on that and maybe teach him some physical moves, because he makes a pretty good mixed attacker in that sense. But Tailo is the one that will be my all-out physical attacker, so I might as well give all the proteins to him. And as I said, giving vitamins to your Pokemon also increases their happiness, so I'll not only make Tailo stronger, it will also make him like me more. Okay, I don't feel like fighting this Onix. It would be a nice experience, but I'll have to switch out again and do all this sort of annoying shit. Okay, and this one is level 14, it's not even perfect. I'm just gonna run from all these battles. I just want to get back to Pokemon Square. Oh, this is an interesting Pokemon, a Mawile. It's Steel-type Pokemon, and obviously Tailo cannot touch Steel-type Pokemon. There is no move it can learn that deals significant damage to Steel types, except if I teach him Hidden Power, and it would happen to be Hidden Power Fighting or Hidden Power Ground or Hidden Power Fire would be worth it because it's a special type move. But if it was Hidden Power Fighting or Hidden Power Ground, well, why not? Once I get 6 Pokemon, I'll probably try out what type Hidden Power is and how strong it is to figure out if it is worth on one of my Pokemon. Okay, one more level to go, Mark. We're gonna get there. Okay, that was just another Mawile, easily dealt with by Torchic. This is a Zubat. I think I should be able to one-hit KO this thing, or... Okay, let's try it return. Maybe it's a little... Look, it's immediately stronger after using all those vitamins. Not significantly, but In the third generation, those moves like Return, Frustration, but also things like Rollout and Fury Swipes, they change the animation depending on how strong they are. And Return, the Pokemon shakes more the stronger the move is. So the first time the Pokemon only like shook once and then attacked. That means that Return is at a pretty low power. And after that, now it's upgraded to the next level, it shook like 3 times and hit like 3 times, so that means it's a little bit more powerful. But still, until the stream gets dark when you use it, then it is worth it. Because then it's like almost at full power, and maximum power of Return is like, I think like 102, which is pretty good. It's like the best normal type move that doesn't have a significant drawback, like Double Edge or Hyper Beam. Okay. Yeah, and the good thing about Return also is that every Pokemon in the game that can learn TMs can also learn Return. Even the things like weird things that like Ghost types can learn it. There are obviously Pokemon like, let's say, Wobbuffet who cannot learn TMs, or Magikarp, they also cannot learn Return. And so in competitive play, Return is actually pretty useful just because so many Pokemon can learn it, and surprisingly, a lot of good attacking moves like Water have really good synergy with normal type attacks. Okay, we get the Sharp Beak, which is a boost flying type attacks, and so for now, Tailo is mostly going to be using his wing attack because it's the strongest move. So I'll give the Sharp Beak to Mark and then give back the Silk Scarf to Torchic. Just in the odd case I get into a situation where I feel like using Cut. And I think in this situation, like, the Sharp Beak really came in handy. I don't think without it I would have been able to 2-hit KO the Zubat at level 20. But with the Sharp Beak, I can easily 2-hit KO, which is pretty convenient. Now I don't have to deal with the annoying confusion again. So another Healing Stone, Torchic is now back to full. Torchic took quite a beating of all those Mawiles, like taking hits by switching in. Yeah, Ekans is a Pokemon that we didn't see, at least in this cave, but I've already shown it off in earlier episodes. Like it was in Mount Crystal, you could also counter Ekans. Not that you really want to Ekans, even if you could capture it. Ekans isn't really worth it for your team, because it's one of the worst Pokemon in the game. At least stat-wise, it's not really good. It's like it's on the bottom barrel of never used on the Smogon tier list. But still, yeah, I used it once and yeah, I wasn't too fond of it. Okay, there's an item. I'm glad I took the right way. Because yeah, otherwise I would have had to go backtrack just to check if there were any hidden items. Okay, we get another Citrus Berry that makes up for the one I used in the last episode. And now we continue on and find more treasure. Okay, good thing that I went there first. And now we find another TM. Well, hopefully this is something useful. Well, okay, obviously Shadow Ball was useful, but none of my Pokemon can learn it, so I can't really do anything about that. But hopefully this TM will be something that will use more. Maybe it's Fly, that would be nice. Fly is like the strongest flying type move that Tailo gets in this generation. Tailo gets really bad level up moves, none of it's stronger than I think 60 base power. Fly 70 is still not great, but it's better than nothing. Oh, it's TM24! Oh, that's Thunderbolt. And I have a good idea. Let's see, what do I have here? Okay, I think I'm gonna do this. Because Pikachu will eventually learn Thunderbolt by level up, so I might as well teach Thunderbolt to Steve instead, because Steve can benefit from it a lot better. And I think I'm probably not going to use Twister. Even with the stab, it's worse than Surf and Thunderbolt. And if I fight another Dragon type, I might as well use Dragon Rage, because as you saw, Dragon Rage deals a lot more damage to the bosses like Angel and rather Dragon-type bosses like Rayquaza that we already met, and Twister deals like maybe an 8th or something ridiculously low amount of damage, but Dragon Rage will deal always 40 damage, which is a lot better. A lot better, at least for the time being. I will eventually get Dragon Claw, I think, which is superior in every way, because in the end game, Dragon Rage is mediocre at best. But for the time being, this is one of the best moves in the game. And now Steve also has pretty good coverage with water and electric moves. They cover up a lot of types for at least neutral damage. Surprisingly a lot. It's resisted by grass, which is kinda unfortunate, but you could also cover it by teaching Flamethrower. But now let's get to the action again. We've got an evolution going on. Alright, Steve now officially evolved into Swallow, the thing I was talking about from the beginning. And Swallow has improved stats all over the board, especially his speed is really impressive, like compared to other Pokemon. Pikachu kinda comes close, but the other one are really far behind. The other stats, well, they're decent, I guess. Yes, pretty good defense because of the impish nature, and the attack is really good. Compared to the other ones, yeah, he's our most powerful Pokemon, at least for the time being. So now I'm gonna switch out to Steve, just because Steve can kill all of this Pokemon in one hit, now that he also has Thunderbolt. So Neil should be able to get us through this dungeon in no time. So at least I hope Thunderbolt one-hit KOs the Zubat. I know that Steve doesn't have a most impressive special attack, but still it's Thunderbolt, so it's a very powerful move. You should do it. Okay, now let's continue on. Okay, there's another healing stone back there. I don't think I need to use it, I didn't use that many HP. So let's just pick up this last item. So let's see, it's another citrus berry. Well, you can never have enough of those. Healing items are a bit rare in this game. Oh, it's a Machoke, I didn't see that before. Unfortunately, I cannot KO miss one, so we might as well settle for Dragon Rage. This will be a definite 2-hit KO. Even though this is an evolved Pokemon. Oh, yeah, that did kinda a lot. If that did get got a crit, Steve would almost be down to red now. But he didn't, and so Steve is fine 2-hit killing him with Dragon Rage and getting a bunch of experience in the process. This was definitely worth it. So, we are out of the cave and we are on Skype Path. And I think this is a good place to stop the episode for today. We didn't get much done in this episode, but at least we are back in Heva. At least that's what I'm hoping for. I think I have already seen Skype Path in Heva. So in the next episode, we'll figure out how we get back back home from here on. So until then, I hope you enjoyed this episode. See you all next time. Goodbye, everyone.